We are shown the time of 2003 at the beginning of the film. Here, in a party, we see a girl named Summer. She was enjoying the party when she met her college fellow Quinn, who says, "I wasn't expecting you to come to this party today. Yesterday, your two friends were murdered." Summer replies to this, "They were both very close to my heart. Neither have I forgotten them today, nor will I forget them in the future. But because of their murders, I can't stop my life." Saying this, she goes to enjoy the party. And then we see that the police have come to this party site, because the police suspect that the killer of Summer's friends, who were murdered yesterday, will be in this party. Everyone is thrown out of this party. Unknown of this, Summer was in the washroom at this time, and then suddenly, we see a masked killer behind her. Summer was scared to see him. To save her life, she runs away from there and hides in a cabin. But even after coming to this cabin, the killer finds Summer, and with his axe, he cuts her throat and murders her. After which the scene is cut, and we are shown a scene 21 years later. That is, the time of 2024. At this time, we want to show Lucy, who is Summer's sister. Lucy is very smart. She now goes to college and gives this good news to her science teacher that NASA has selected her for an internship. Hearing this, her teacher was also very happy, because it was a proud moment for both of them. But Lucy was worried because she had not told her mom and dad about it yet. And her dad wanted Lucy to work in a sonar company just like him. But Lucy's interest was in NASA, and now she got an invitation from NASA. It can be seen that everyone in Lucy's college is sad today, because today is the same day when 4 students of this college, i.e. Lucy's sister, Summer, and her other 3 friends were murdered. Lucy did not know much about her sister because she was born after her sister's death. Today, Lucy was also curious to know about Summer. She went home and opened Summer's room after many years, which was still the same as it was 21 years ago. She checked a lot of Summer's things here, and then she saw loose wood on the floor. When she opened it, she saw that her sister had hidden a lot of letters under the floor. One of these letters was strange and threatening. It was written E under this letter. It could have meant that this letter was written by Ethan, who was Summer's sister's boyfriend at that time. Now she was seeing these things that her mom came here, and she quickly hid everything. And then these people started having breakfast, where Lucy told her dad that she was going to NASA for an internship. And just according to her expectations, she got a lot of scolding, because her dad wanted to send her to a sonar. Anyway, after all this, these people decide to go to Summer's grave, because today was the same day that Summer died. Her mom and dad had brought something to keep in her grave, but Lucy did not bring anything. Her mom asks Lucy, "Did you not bring anything for your sister?" Lucy gets nervous and tells a lie. "Yes, I brought it, but I set it in the car." And running away, she goes towards the car. Actually, she had never been so close to her sister, nor was she attached to her sister. What would she bring for her sister? Now standing near the car, she was thinking that suddenly, a strange voice started coming from the nearby hut. The voice that put her in suspicion. She had come to get something for her sister. Forgetting this, she goes to check the hut, where she saw a strange machine. The exact same date was written on this machine, the day Summer was murdered. And 2 laser lights were coming out of this machine. As soon as they collide, a strange light is born there. After which everything there is different, something new happens. Lucy did not understand what had happened here. As soon as she came out of this hut, she saw that her sister's grave was not in front of her. And neither did her mom and dad, who had brought her here. She checks her phone, but the phone was not on the network. Lucy, in her confused condition, went a little further. She saw 2003 written on the signboard, and now she understood that she has traveled through time. And the machine she had seen was a time machine. She arrived at this time in 2003. Knowing this, she immediately goes to her high school and meet her science teacher. As soon as she goes to college, she meets her sister. This was the first time she had seen her sister. She was very confused. She couldn't say anything to her sister here. Then she runs to her teacher and asks him, "Is it possible to travel through time?" At this time, the teacher does not answer. In fact, a boy sitting in the lab answers her. Yes, it is possible to travel through time. The name of this boy was Quinn, whom we saw at the start of the movie with Summer. Listening to her and seeing him, Lucy felt that she could go back to her timeline with his help. With this thought, she goes out of the college. She sees that all the students were making a lot of noise. She asks a student what is happening here. The student tells her that every year the seniors pick up a boy to bully and throw him in the water. And today, they are going to throw Quinn. Now, Quinn was the boy who needed Lucy's help. That's why Lucy went there to save him. When she came here, she found out that the people who were bullying Quinn were Summers, that is her sister's friends. And no one had the courage to face them. Here, Lucy comes in front of him and saves Quinn from them. These seniors also leave Quinn here in anger. And Quinn also thanks Lucy for saving him and asks her, "After all, who are you?" So here Lucy tells him the truth, that actually I am traveling through time. And I have to go back to my timeline. That's why I need your help. Quinn didn't believe her at all. He says it's not possible. Then Lucy shows him her phone, which was far ahead of today's technology. Seeing this, Quinn had to believe her. Quinn is now ready to help her, and he takes her to his house. In the meantime, we see that here Quinn also has Summer, who had come to take notes from him. Quinn tells her that I will give you the notes at home. Before leaving, Summer also notices Lucy and asks Quinn, "Who is this?" At which point Lucy herself tells her a false name and says that, "Actually, I am new to this college." At this time, she did not want to tell everyone her truth. Anyway, now Quinn and Lucy get on their mission. They go to the same hut from where Lucy had traveled through time. And they pick up the time machine lying there and bring it to Quinn's lab. And she is also going to NASA. So she also had a lot of knowledge of machines. And here she tells Quinn that this machine will start with sonar cylinder, which they did not have. Then Lucy tells him, "Do not worry. My dad, who is also Summer's dad, works in the sonar company. I can steal his pass and go to his company and steal sonar cylinder." But Quinn now takes her to Summer's house. Summer is surprised to see them and asks Quinn where my notes are. Then Quinn tells her that I could not make your notes because I was busy. That's why I brought Lucy with me. We will make your notes soon. Summer, listening to him, now brings Lucy inside the house, and she had to come here. Here Lucy sees her mom and dad, who were looking much younger than before. Here Summer found Lucy's style very bad because she was doing fashion at that time. That's why Summer gives Lucy some of her clothes and does her makeover according to the same timeline. And with these small things, Lucy started coming close to Summer. She started getting attached to her sister. These people also talk about Quinn in conversation. Lucy thought that Quinn loved Summer, but Summer says to her, "No, nothing like that. I see him as a brother, and he is also my only good friend, who helps me in my homework." Here Summer also tells Lucy that she actually loves a girl, and at this time, the relationship of girls is not considered good. Now in this room, Lucy sees the photos of Summer's friends. Seeing this, taking their names, she asks Summer, "Are these two your very good friends?" Summer said yes. And she was also surprised that, "How do you know the names of my friends?" Before she could answer, Lucy remembered that today is the same date on which their murder took place, that too at the mall. Thinking this, she said nothing to her sister and sat in the car and left for the mall to save their lives. Where now we get to see that the killer is standing in the showcase, who also killed Summer at the start of the movie. By the time these people reached the mall, it was time for the mall to close. At the same time, the killer leaves the showcase and stabs a friend of Summer and kills him. Before he stabs the other friend of Summer, at the right time, Lucy comes here and distracts him, and she succeeds in saving the girl. Seeing all these situations, they were all scared. After getting scared, they try to run away from here, but near the elevator, the killer again catches Summer's friend and kills her by dropping her down and tapping her. To save this girl's life, the security guard here also tried to stop the killer, because of which the killer also killed the security guard. And seeing this, Lucy was even more sad. Because in this mall, only 2 murders had happened in the last timeline. And now, due to interrupting it, this poor security guard's life was also lost. For now, this was not the time to think. These people run away from there. Lucy was very sad at this time, so Quinn tells her, "Don't be sad. And if you listen to me, then don't mess with the timeline at all. Let the one who is dying die. Look, If you mess with the timeline, it may also happen that this entire timeline is destroyed. And it may also happen that even if you save your sister's life, then your mom and dad will not plan for you. Because look, they planned for you after your sister's death. At this time, she was understanding everything. So now, she goes to her house to steal her dad's card, so that she can go to Sonar and take Sonar Slender from there. And when she was doing this, her sister Summer saw her. As soon as she saw her, Summer asked her, "Who are you? And what are you doing here? And tell me one thing, how did you know that there was going to be a murder in the mall today? And how did you know the names of my friends?" At this time, Lucy does not lie to her. In fact, but then Lucy shows her the letter that she got from Summer's room in the future. Seeing this letter, Summer was shocked. And to verify Lucy's words, she immediately went to her college, where she got the same letter in the locker. This was actually written by her friend Emmy, not Ethan. After the scene is cut, we are shown that Lucy and Quinn are working on the time machine. Lucy was very determined to go back, but Quinn wanted Lucy to stay here, because he was always very lonely. And when Lucy came, he started getting his true feelings. He got someone to think like him. During these talks, we see that Summer also came to him, because she knew that only Lucy can save the lives of other people. She requests Lucy to save everyone's lives. And then she also asks how I look in the future, because she did not want to break her heart by saying that she is dead in the future. That's why she says you look very beautiful in the future. Anyway, now Summer asks her, who is going to be the next murder? So Lucy tells her friend Emmy. This murder will take place where she works, and now these three go out to stop that murder. Here it is shown that as soon as the killer was going to kill Emmy, all these people reached there and managed to distract the killer. And just like that, they saved Emmy's life. But unfortunately, they didn't get the killer. Anyway, these people now drop Emmy to her house, after which Quinn tells Lucy, "Look, we have stopped this murder and messed with the timeline." But despite all this, the timeline was not ruined. I thought that saving someone's life would ruin this timeline, but it is not like that. So now we can stop all the murders. He asks Lucy whose number is next, so she tells the truth that the next number is her sister's. Anyway, we see that now Lucy was living with Summer. She could not sleep all night because she was worried. She gets up before Summer wakes up in the morning. She steals her dad's ID card and then reaches Quinn's lab, where she found a love letter that she had written for Summer. And because Summer had told her that she had no interest in boys, so she finds this love letter very strange. And she says to Quinn, "It's good if you don't get into all this trouble." Now she goes to Summer and bravely tells her the truth. "That Summer, you are going to die today. I want to save you. But there is a big problem. If I save you, my existence will end. Because after your death, Mom and Dad had planned to give birth to me." Hearing this, Summer was also in a strange dilemma. Summer asks Lucy, "What should we do now?" So Lucy tells her, "I have a plan." Saying this, she takes her to her dad's Sonar office, from where they had to steal the Sonar Slender. As soon as she went there, she saw that someone had already killed the guard. And from there, one Sonar Slender was also missing. That is, someone is already preparing to run their time machine. Who could it be? We don't know about it yet. Anyway, Lucy also runs a Sonar Slender, so that she can go back in time with the time machine, and Lucy saves her life here. Both of them should have such an existence. After planning all this, Lucy now goes to the hut where the time machine was. While here we see that Summer has still come to the party, where the killer had to kill her. Maybe she came with the thought that at least her sister should be saved. We see that the killer is now coming to her to kill her. Before the killer kills her, Quinn and Lucy come from their car and hit the killer. And this is how Summer is saved. Now, as soon as the killer removes the mask from his mouth, everyone was surprised to see that he was none other than Quinn, who had come from the future. Now the 2003 Quinn comes from this future and asks Quinn, "Why are you doing this?" Then the killer. Quinn says that in this timeline, you have not done the bad things that have happened to me. That day, Summer's friends had thrown me into the water, and because of this, I was very humiliated. My confidence was broken and my life was ruined. That's why I decided to kill Summer's friends. But I loved Summer. How would I kill her? When I went to give her the love letter, she tore the love letter and threw it on my face. And then I decided that I would kill all three of them. But at that time, I didn't have so much courage. But then the fire of revenge inside me was so big that I made a time machine. And I came here to take revenge from all of them. It was clear that Quinn was not made a killer. At this time was because of Lucy, Summer's friends could not do anything bad to him. And Lucy had stopped Quinn before giving the love letter to Summer. At the time when all these people were arguing, at this time, all these people were in the same hut, and then a light appears from the collision of both the laser lights. Both the killer and Lucy see it and come back to their timeline. Here, the killer wanted to kill Lucy, but before that, Lucy stabbed him with his knife. After killing him, Lucy notices that she still has a sonar slender in her pocket, which she had stolen from there herself. With the help of this, she could go back to the past once again. And now she decides that she will go to the past. Because in this life, she was very lonely. Neither did she have any friends nor her sister. But in the past, she had found her sister and a friend who was Quinn. That's why she turns on the time machine again and comes back to the past. As soon as she came to the past, Summer and Quinn were very surprised to see her. And they were happy too. Summer asks her, "Why did you come back?" Then Lucy says, "Because in the future I have no sister or friend. I want to be happy with you." Hearing this, Summer also hugs her tightly and accepts her. And Lucy had applied for an internship at NASA again at this time. And even at this time she was selected, with which everyone was very happy, and just showing that the movie ends here.